So /n/virsa vfat is a transaction code. So here we have assigned everything. See now for example, I am just going into firefighters again, and I am trying to assign a firefighter ID FF150814 which we created yesterday to my user ID SAP user. This is my user ID right now I am using. So validity I am giving like today validity, and I am just giving like until 20th. Self firefighter assignment. Okay. If you remember here, now I am just trying to save it. What is the error you are getting here? You cannot assign yourself as a firefighter. Generally, in interview they will ask this question also. They will ask the question like this. So you cannot assign yourself as a firefighter. That is not at all allowed. If you need the firefighter ID access, you should reach out some other guy to assign the firefighter ID to you. But you cannot assign yourself the firefighter ID, and you cannot use the firefighter ID. That is one point I would like to highlight it. So we cannot assign firefighter ID ourselves. Okay. Now let me log in through one of the existing firefighter owner and let us see. So I am logging with one of the existing firefighter owner which we created yesterday, like FF150814. If you remember, this is the user ID we created, and the password I have gave as welcome1. Oh, it's lagging very slowly. So I'm just giving something password. So this guy has access to execute firefighter ID transaction code also. So I'm just executing vfat transaction code. So going into firefighters. Okay. So I am already using this cockpit. So let me come back from this cockpit. So now this is a screen of firefighter owner. Now I am just trying to go to firefighters and then trying to assign firefighter ID. Okay, go to new entries. See, it is already showing you like the firefighter ID 1 has been assigned to FF01 and FF02 with the validity dates very clearly it is showing. Okay, so why it is showing only FFID01? I think we assigned FFID02 also to the firefighters. Why it is showing to only these one is we assign this owner to this firefighter ID only. He can modify or he can assign firefighter IDs to firefighters which are owned by the firefighter ID owner only. That's the reason he is not even able to see the firefighter ID name, other firefighter ID name here. So maybe if you go with my as an administrator here, this is my user screen. So if I go to this firefighter option, I am able to see. Definitely I will be able to see. Yeah, in display mode we can see so many firefighter IDs here. But this owner is able to see only one firefighter ID because he is a owner for only one firefighter ID. I told you, right? So the owner can assign the firefighter ID which are owned by him to any other persons. So he can assign, he can change the validity and he can do it. But in real time, in general, the owners will not change the validity, etc. As an administrator, we are only doing it. But SAP Virsa Virsa is having that flexibility. The owner can take decision. He can assign it to anyone because he is the owner for all these firefighter IDs. He knows to whom it can be given and to whom it cannot be given. That's the reason. So we have given authority to him because of that role. We have assigned a standard role, right? Because of that, he got access for doing this. Even if you try to do it by going into new entries, FF150814, so some firefighter by giving validity from, validity to, and the comments, okay, something comments, and try to save it. You cannot assign firefighters to firefighter IDs that you do not own. I suggest you to remember this error also because there are few mad interviewers. They may ask you this type of questions. Okay, heck, can you assign a firefighter ID to your user ID? No, it cannot be assigned. So what is the error message you get there? If you really worked on it, at least you can simply say these things. Okay. So here we got something error called. Okay, still we are in this page is now I will come out. This is very clear now. He is not able to do for any other things. If he wants, he can assign now FF150814 to SAP user with the validity and comments FF assignment. Something comment I am giving. So I am simply saving it. See now the firefighter ID which is owned by the owner is assigned to my user ID now. I am administrator. I cannot assign myself my firefighter ID. So, but he is able to assign the firefighter ID which is owned by him to other persons. This is one more point we need to remember. So, what is the error we are getting? Let us see that and note down that also. Maybe anyway, you understood that, right? You cannot assign yourself firefighter ID. Maybe you can note down that error and remember. You cannot assign firefighter IDs to. I really don't remember that exact error. Let me do it one more time. Come back from the cockpit, then the other persons can use it. Okay, so let us go for FF150814 to the SAP user here. Save it. We will get the below error if we try to assign ourselves. The below error we get the below error if any owner tries to assign firefighter IDs which are not owned by him to others. This is the simple point. Yeah. You have given that message number actually, Ajay. So generally, every error will get some kind of error messages like that. Virsha VFAT 6654 is the message number now. Maybe if you can execute here that T code sometimes, this kind of T code only. So the function is not available. Yeah, that is a message number. I thought it may be working sometimes, but I've just checked it, but it is not working. That is a message number you gave me. So this is what we need to remember few cross questions. So now in this VFAT cockpit, so now it will show you for your user ID also. Yesterday it was not showing for my user ID any firefighter ID here. Now the owner for this firefighter ID has is assigned to our user ID itself in the ERP system. That's the reason now onwards I can also use this firefighter ID for my activities. So this is what we need to remember. And next thing is, so we have seen security reason code configuration. So next, critical transaction codes generally can be maintained here, but this is optional. This is optional simply by maintaining the transaction codes list here. Okay, this is optional. And when you go to this toolbox, you can extract the log files now. Yesterday I told you we can extract change log, transaction log, session log, and some other log notification reports related to firefighter IDs from the system. But here if you see, this toolbox is used to execute all the reports as per your requirement. Maximum these reports. So if you execute each and every report, it will give you some kind of data. Okay, this is completely reporting purpose. So before executing these reports, what I will do is I'll just go back and I'll show you this option. This is called log report. This will give you a complete report as per your requirement. So if you go to log report now and just clicking on that log report, so in this pop-up box, as per your selection criteria, you can get the complete data. So by giving here owner name, you can get all firefighter IDs, firefighter data, reason codes, what they selected, what are the transaction codes they executed, and from which date and which time they logged in and they logged out. Kind of information will be given to us by executing here. So without giving any owner or firefighter ID, I'm trying to execute it here, and let us see now what happens. I just went to log report and simply clicked on execute symbol here. So in meantime, go to /n/virsa vfat t code, click on log report and F8. Simply execute. Now let's see how the report will be looks like and what is going to be happen by doing this activity. If you remember very clearly here, the SAP user, see here what happened. So background job was not scheduled to get the complete files, but it is giving, see, basis underscore FFID01, GRC underscore FF, and so 5th month, 5th 4th 2014. In April, I just logged into the system by using firefighter ID basis underscore FFID01, and the firefighter is GRC underscore FF. If you see on top, It is very clearly giving you who is the owner and what is the firefighter ID, who is the firefighter, what is the session date and time and reason code he selected when he logging into the system. So when you see here now for each line, it is very clearly giving you the date wise. Maybe if you little bit go back and execute log report by giving here something like validity from and to, I would like to give the validity from like 13th only, not even 1 month or etc. Just I am giving from 13th and executing it. Uh, from 13th onwards, it is not, the log does not exist for the given selection. But if I give something old without giving the data, it is coming the old data. So now I'm going to come to that point actually, why it is not happening like that. So we have seen this for so many users. So in the different things for our practicals, I only did all these things. Okay. The reason, yesterday I have logged into the system by using firefighter ID, but it is not showing in the log report. The reason is firefighter ID logs are not updated in this system. Firefighter log files are not updated. In order to update firefighter log files, so if you see here, there is one option called update firefighter log. Update firefighter log. So let me use that, or let me complete it and then give you the notes. Okay. So I'm just simply clicking on update firefighter log. When I click on this option, there will be one background job will be triggered and it will take care of all the pending firefighter logs and update very immediately so that you can get the log files very clearly. So now I just simply clicked on update firefighter log. So it is getting list of active servers and it is trying to schedule the background job. The background job active for firefighter. Run transaction code SM37 to see what happened and what is the background job has been triggered. As you know already, SM36 is a background job schedule administration transaction code where you can schedule, create and do so many background job related activities, and SM37 is used to see the background job status. Now I am just going into SM37. So here the job name I have given star. For example, imagine we do not have background job name. I am telling you the job name is slash virsa slash zvfat back. That is a job which will be scheduled now. If you select and who has scheduled this background job, here I am giving my name and simply executing it. If you see here today, slash virsa slash zvfat back is a job which has been scheduled and also the finished. The duration 20 seconds and delay 1 second. So ultimately today date by this time this job has been triggered and it has been completed also. So if you can see, it will give you all the details very clearly. What is the value you selected, how did you maintain it, etc. condition, and you can see the job log also very clearly here. Okay, you started the job and the job has been scheduled, that is slash zvfat back. The user ID is SAP user, this is my user ID, and job both is also finished. Very clearly it has finished all the rest. If you click on each selection and if you click on long text, it is going to give you some more details, that's all. Okay, now if you come back, job details, this is just simply give you the job details and what is the class, priority, etc. So now if you go back to your cockpit, finally here in this SM37 you can see the background job status, whether it is scheduled status or active status or already finished or cancelled, what happened. If the job has been cancelled, then the firefighter log files cannot be updated. So now I'm just coming back to our transaction code VFAT cockpit, and now I would like to execute log report one more time. So here I'm trying to execute all the job logs here. So if you come down little bit, somewhere, see here, SAP user, FFID01, FF01 and 14th. Yesterday, firefighter 1, firefighter 2, firefighter 2. These guys logged into the system by using firefighter ID. This is what it is very clearly giving you the log file. At what time? And if you remember, yesterday I selected first open and close client, reason code. Next I selected month end activities. Next I selected system outage and logged in. See, if I click on this option now, so it is going to give, see here, yesterday I have given the statement also here like this, and then I logged in like this. Now if I click on OK, see here. So you can see what happened yesterday, at what time you logged in, what is the description you made, and etc. Actually, if you open like this, it should show us what are the transaction codes have been executed, etc. kind of stuff. But for now, it is not showing in this system. There could be something reason. But anyway, let us see. Now, if you remember, today also I have assigned one firefighter ID to my user ID. So let me log into the system and see if that is coming into your log file or not. As of now, it is not coming. So now I am clicking on log on by using firefighter ID, selecting something reason code, table maintenance. So I am going to work on incident, incident number 1234. Okay, to update some important table. I'm just giving something description here. Next, actions. Actions are nothing but the transaction codes. I'm going to execute SM30. Okay, and simply clicking on choose. Now I am able to log into the system by using firefighter ID. Here I can execute the transaction codes SM30, and in real time, whatever the transaction code you mentioned in the description, those T codes you should execute and come out. Unnecessarily should not execute more T codes, and that will be monitored by the firefighter logs. So now you can give the table name something like that, and you can click on maintain and do the something configurations. Whatever you want, if you want to do it, you can do it. See, we are trying to do something. Mitigation monitor. Might be I'm trying to give some username, SAP user. Okay, email ID. I'm not sure what email ID, we have not maintained anything, and I'm simply saving it. So I just modified one table. If you remember, in this mitigation monitor and approver, when we are performing mitigation in Virsatul day before yesterday, we were not able to complete the mitigation, right? There was error, something coming like the mitigation monitor is not defined in the table, this table. Okay, now I just modified it anyway, just for our practicals. So now I can close this session and just refresh it, go to log report, execute it again. If you see here, somewhere it is coming or not, we'll see. SAP user is a firefighter now. See here now, this is today date. It is clearly giving you the date also. Okay, so this is the way in general the log file will be working, and we can download this file completely and we can send it to the, if required, generally these log files will be reviewed by the firefighter controllers always. Okay, and we are not generally responsible, but if they ask us also as an administrator, we can come to VFAT cockpit and execute it and get the data like this. So ultimately, I just wanted to give you very clear thing, that is a background job which will be scheduled when you click on update the log file. If you will always click on that update firefighter log file to get updated immediately, but in real time /virsa/jet vfat back is a job which will be scheduled as periodic job, so that the job will be triggered. It depends on the time which you mentioned, and it will be updating all the firefighter log files. Okay, so we use update firefighter log option to update firefighter ID logs in foreground. But generally in real time we schedule background job slash virsa slash zvf80bak to update firefighter ID logs. Okay, in interview they will ask you the question. So how will you update firefighter logs and what is the job name also? What is the job name? So next is I am going to now the toolbox. The other reports. Here you are able to see only thing the remaining firefighter log files and etc. You can get from here. Log data to auto archive. So this archiving and all will be taken care by basis people. So this is the change log, configuration change log. So generally if you give any table like what is a table just now we have used. Anyway, I am giving you star and executing it. So this data should give us date. Enter the date in the format. It is asking date exactly. So no data found. And let me go back. One year back I will try to give and try to execute it. So ultimately in this there is something inconsistency it seems. It will give you all the change log for which table you modified, who is that guy and on which date you modified the thing. So this will give clearly sorry, let us execute it. So still it is not updating the log file. See here we did so many changes, but and this is a way we just extract the data, but if it is not coming there is something other error only. Okay, maybe the changes log is not coming properly. The reason behind this is there is something inconsistency in the version wise. We are trying to get it from this backend system, but in generally this is 5.3 system. Remember in the 5.3 system the firefighter ID concept will be 100% same, but we are going to extract the data or extracting reports from your front-end system, not from the back-end system. But anyway, this is the option, you need to remember it. And firefighter log summary, firefighter ID log summary, this is the same summary which we have seen just now. You can execute it and you can see the summary details very clearly like this. Okay, so it will give you the complete data from the beginning. See here now. So somewhere our user IDs also will be there. FF01, FF02, FF03, SAP user. These are the three firefighters we used to log into the system. Firefighter ID is this and the firefighter controller is this guy. And we can use this data for different purposes. See here now, it is very clearly giving you who is the firefighter, what is the firefighter ID, we used it, and which system, what is the date, time, and count also. Number of times we used it. Okay, this is going to give you the number of count also. If you see here very clearly total 4, so it is very clearly giving you all the details. Maybe for FF502 it is not giving. I don't know why. So if you see somewhere, it might be there. Have you used FF502 till now? I don't know. We have not used it. We are always using FF501 and doing the practicals. We assigned FF502 for other peoples, but we have not logged in to the system by using that firefighter ID, second firefighter ID, that is FF502. So you just do R&D if you want, then you will get this data very clearly. So now I'm coming back. This is a selection criteria. I am not giving anything here. I am just simply extracting the data. That means without selection criteria. There is no specific ID I don't want to give. If you give only FFID01 here, you will get the data related to that FFID only. Like this. Simply we remember it. So if you come back, reason and activity report. This is also one more report in general from audit point of view. We will extract for every 1 month. Okay. By extracting this, we will see whether the users are executing the VFAT transaction code to use a firefighter ID and whether they are maintaining reason code description properly or not. If they do not maintain proper description, proper actions which they are going to perform, the audit will put a question, hey man, you use this firefighter ID and so date and time, but you have not given the activity which you are doing and the reason is not clear at all. And even you have not mentioned the ticket number in the reason code. So could you please tell me why and could you please explore more? They will put a question for sure, and if he is not able to provide the data, that will be escalation always. So the people who are going to use firefighter IDs will be very careful when they are using it. They should very clearly the ticket number, description, and the purpose why they are really using. They should not use for the entertainment, for the some fun. The people will not simply leave us. If you see here, we have just given it is very clearly giving whatever the ticket number you given and what is the, I think this one I used previous batches. If you little bit come down and the recent firefighter IDs also will be shown you and which system firefighter ID and everything it will be giving you. FFID01. That's the reason we go for selection criteria here. Give FFID01 and see. See here now, till now we logged in to the system by using firefighter IDs 4 times. Overall, FF01 1 time he logged in, FF02 2 times he logged in, SAP user today he logged in. So totally this firefighter ID has been used 4 times. Maybe in the previous report it was giving the count, right? Number of times that firefighter ID has been used. Okay. So here we can get this information like this. If you execute it here, it is giving you this is a count. How many times that firefighter ID has been used. Okay. So this is the way it is going to give you the data. Firefighter transaction usage. This is called transaction log. By giving the transaction, we can get the complete log files. Okay. We can get this log files. So it is not giving now. So email address. If you mention like the email as a option for firefighter controller, you can give the email address here and this log will be sent to the email address also in general if you select this option. But in general, the people will be going with always log display option when you are assigning a controller to firefighter ID. So this is what the people will be using the transaction usage also here. And the invalid firefighter IDs and owners and controllers. In the system, if anyone, see if you remember, these are the firefighter IDs which I have created long back and these are not valid now. Invalid one. Okay. Who is this guy? This is a firefighter ID, this is the owner and this is a controller. Long back I have used this for some batches and now I am not using it. The validity has been over for this so that these users are called as invalid IDs, owners and controllers. So this is a kind of report to review it. And this log report is same as previously we have seen, right? So here you are going to get the same data, but update firefighter log option is available here. This is the same thing. If you do it again, you can do it one more time, and if you do any changes, it will be showing you. Finally, SOD conflicts report for firefighter IDs, you can check always here. And if you execute it, for example, it will list out the SOD conflicts which are available for a particular firefighter or ID owner. So maybe you can give these details if required. I'm telling you, in this system, especially for 4.0, the people when they are installing it with GRC 5.3, they have not upload CC rule sets especially. That's the reason we were not able to activate the active rule set. See, this is a simple reports which we can extract from our firefighter concept. So the purpose of this extracting reports is to always monitor the users, firefighters, what are they doing, what the firefighters are getting used, etc. kind of stuff. So, you have any questions till now? This is a simple, I just added few more points today in the firefighter concept. Anybody has any questions? Okay. I'll just give the name because the reports are same in everywhere. But in order to remember this, I'll try to give you the name and you can always extract it. This simply extraction and see what kind of data you are getting. So log auto archive, we never bother about it. I like to give configuration change log. Firefighter log summary. Maybe any mad interviewers ask the question, we should be able to answer that. What kind of logs you generally extract from firefighter means you should be able to say these 5 to 6 log files. This is in SN36. Okay. Then next is, yeah, we almost covered the firefighter concept completely. There is nothing. Only one thing is I have given you the firefighter application is two types of application, like one is ID based and number two is role based. Now I would like to show you just simply how it works for role based. Okay. So now I'm going into configuration and I would like to set up the parameter use firefighter role instead of firefighting ID. Where is that option? See here, assign firefighter roles instead of that one. So I'm giving value yes now and saving it and see now how it works. What is that error? Cannot save without parameter value and comments. I have given the value here, but the comment is role based firefighter. Okay. And now click on enter and save it. The data has been saved now. Somewhere role based firefighter ID came into the picture. If you see the value, that is yes. You are telling to the system, hey man, I would like to use role based firefighter concept. No IDs at all. Now, if you come back and see the changes, okay, owners, firefighters, controllers, there is no security tab. Just telling you, if any mad interviewers are asking you, if you select firefighter role based, forget about if you are using or not. But from system wise, the SAP given you some options. If you select that a role-based firefighter concept, what are the changes you can see? Only here the reason code and that security tab are missing. Okay. And next, if you go for firefighters, so if you see the change now, it is asking you role and next firefighter name. What does it mean? Previously, it was asking here firefighter ID name. Here, instead of giving firefighter ID, it is asking firefighter role. Firefighter role directly. So we are going to new entries, give the role name and simply give the validity and save it. See, let me search for existing roles if there are any. Working very slowly. What happened? Stop the transaction. I'm going again. Even if you want to assign to owners also you need a role. So I'm not sure whether the roles are available in this firefighter because we have not created any roles actually. But anyway, let us see some role start basis. Some standard roles will be there, right? I'm just searching for some roles. See, I'm taking this. So owner, I'm just giving like we created already some owners also. I'm assigning same owners. Firefighter owner. FF owner 1. Description. You can give something. Or simply role owner assignment. Comment owner assignment. And simply save it. Firefighter role owner. We have given role owner here actually, but it is not taking. Okay. Here this page came. This is not at all required actually. One more page extra came here. So come back. And now save it. Now you have saved it. Actually I have just typed something here. The system taken that also as a one entry. So this is not entry. I just entered only one role. Coming back. Imagine this is a role. Okay. In real time, you are going to create a firefighter role for SD, MM, FICO separately with wide range of access. You are not going to create a firefighter ID at all. No ID is required. Now go to firefighters, go to new role, click on the role name, give the firefighter username like FF01 we have. So I'm just simply clicked on enter. Validity from and to you can give. I'm just logging out from other sessions to avoid the confusion. So it is taking by default today date to like only for one day because the default validity has been taken like this. So I'm just giving like for example 2 days or 3 days. Firefighter role assignment. Simply I'm saving it. Process is always same. Only we are doing here instead of ID we are assigning role. Okay. Now let us log into the system by using first firefighter. So who is that guy? FF01. Password I gave. I'm just logging into the system. And now if you see slash n slash it's a VPAT transaction code. What happening here? There is nothing. There is nothing to do to log in by using firefighter. But you can start execute the transaction codes here itself. Okay? You are not authorized for SU01, but if you execute related to basis somewhere, it should work us. So whatever the transaction codes are there in your basis admin role, those T codes will be started executing here. I think you are very clear. So only the difference is the log files will not be much available. Here the user is logging into the system by using his normal user ID and password. So tracking is little bit different, little bit difficult also. Okay, if you modify something, table, etc., it will be something difficult. Now we can come back. I think you understood now. Actually, for user FF01, I have not given any authorizations. Okay, FF01. If you see here, I have just given only one role, and now this basis role has been assigned to the user. This basis role has been assigned to the user through the firefighter concept. So indirectly, so we are assigned to the user, and he is able to execute all those T codes. No ID separately required. Now, if you go to your cockpit, firefighter cockpit, see here now, let us go to the reports or go to the log from summary report. Okay, so it is giving you, instead of ID, it is giving you role. Instead of ID, it is giving you role. You execute it, no data available, so you need to update it once because we did some changes, right? So update firefighter log, execute it. So job will be triggered and it will be updating the log files. So it will be showing you and execute it. So still it is not showing any data. Okay. So, but generally anyway, if data is not coming, then don't worry about it because here we have some inconsistency. We are using old version in our this one. Okay. We go to this option and let's see the toolbox. I'm just entering into toolbox. We go to utilities and reports. Only conf change log and log report are available. There is no other reports are available. This is the change. You can see always. Okay. And only log report we have. Other than that, we do not have other reports extra available. The reason code report is also not even available. We don't know what kind of reports people are using and what is the reason code they are selecting, what they are doing, etc. So most of the log files will be missed out. Okay, in this firefighter log report. Generally, this is the usage of the firefighter role based concept. Maybe, I think you are clear. Anybody has any questions?
But actually, there is no much difference between using role-based firefighter ID and ID-based firefighter, right? Whatever, yeah. My understanding was, if you take firefighter ID base access, whatever T codes are available to that firefighter ID, that only you can execute. And if you take role based firefighter, then what are the T codes are assigned to that role? That T codes only we can execute. Am I correct, sir? Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
comma, and no reason code. No reason code. Options in firefighter cockpit. This is one thing. Okay. We can also see only firefighter log report and what else? What is that report? Only two reports, that's all. Configuration change log. We have only two reports here, but previously we had seven reports available. And configuration change log. See, I'm telling you, even in 5.3 the same concept will be used. I suggest you to say, I worked on GRC 5.3 or 10.0 on ID based. And if you can tell them, I know how to work with role based firefighter ID also and the purpose, how it works, etc. Okay, this is a much the small difference between this. So simply we are assigning role to the user directly. He is logging into the system by using his normal user ID and password and start executing it. Okay, but only change log is coming. Other than that, the other reports are not coming. So maybe depends on the client interest, depends on the organization thing. You can go for anything. And I'm telling you, if somebody asks you, I suggest you to say role based, I mean ID based firefighter. Okay. If any client asks you, now what do you recommend and how will you go? Okay. I'll always recommend to use ID based firefighter so that we can understand who used it and when they have used it, at what time they logged in, at what time they logged out, what are the transaction codes they executed, and when they are logging in, they are going to select reason code. Okay, by seeing the reason code, we can understand, and the description they are mentioning, the transaction codes which are executing also they are mentioning there. But this is story not available in your role-based firefighter. He is simply logging into the system by using GUI and starting executing the T codes. They are not using in a separate way. That is a disadvantage we have in role-based, I can say. Ultimately, we are using this VIRSA and GRC to identify the conflicts and to make sure that we are processing, we are following all the process properly and we are controlling the users. There is no control properly, and if there is no tracking properly, that's a waste. So I would suggest to go with always ID based firefighter ID, and not only myself and most of the organizations, I can say 98% have gone through this ID based firefighter ID only. There are very rare cases they may go with role based also. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody has any other questions? Ashok no, Ajay no, Kaushik, Vidya, Vidya, you there? Yeah, Vidya.
Actually, when you were in the cockpit screen, you were using the
This is my user ID. This is my user ID, SAP user. Okay. Next your question is,
FFID owner.
okay, if I log in with the FFID owner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not only FFID owner Vidya, if you log in with your any other administrators, any firefighter owner, if they log in and try to use the same cockpit and the same table, then they cannot update it in general. Not only same table, okay, now I am in
one person
this
can use it.
Exactly. So now for your question again I will log into the system by using some firefighter owner. Same like before. So I'm logging into the system. So he is also trying to execute VFAD. Now it is working because both are in display. Both are in display. Now I am going in a change mode, something for firefighters. Okay. Now this owner is also trying to execute firefighters. So he is updating the same thing. Then it will say, hey man, the other person is locked this option by like this. If you want to see the data, you can just see, but not update. Okay. Now no. And try to execute owners. You are not authorized, it is saying actually. I'll do one thing to avoid the confusion. I'll come back here. This is my user ID. I'm going into owners tab here. It is working fine. This guy is going to firefighters option. See, it is working also. Only the thing is, the same table cannot be maintained by the multiple people at a time. If they go with different options, it will be working. But if they try to, yeah, Vidya?
In real time, there will be many owners, right? In real time, there will be many owners. So it is
Obviously
difficult to wait for that.
See, many owners means how many owners you are expecting? How many owners you are imagining?
Two or three. Two or three.
Yeah, even more than two or three only. You can take it as, for example, there are 10 owners. 10 owners are also there. They cannot use at a time the same firefighter table. When they see that error message, they should understand that some other person is using this table. They need to wait until unless the other person come out, because it will give you the user ID name there. If they do not come out from the session, you need to send an email if required. You can contact them. But I'm telling you, for how much time they will be there in the table, for 2 minutes or 1 minute or 5 minutes, not more than that. So definitely they can come out. And not only in this firefighter concept, Vidya, if you go to your ECC security also, if both are trying to modify same table, the system will never allow you. See, I am trying to maintain this table here. If somebody is trying to update the same table now, the system will not allow you to update at a time. That is a common standard configuration.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good question. But if anybody is having that kind of conflict and if anybody is trying to update the firefighter table at a time, then we should wait until that guy come out. If he forget to come out, we need to send an email or contact administrator. So then they can contact that guy and we can ask them to come out after his activity is over. And that's the reason in real time, one more point is, the owners generally will not come to this cockpit and they will not assign. Administrators only will work. Administrators only will assign firefighters to firefighter IDs. The owners simply approve the firefighter IDs. Simply. Is that okay, Vidya? Did I answer your question?
Approve, approve in the sense it's only formal.
Through email. Through email.
There is no activity.
No activity in Virsa at all. There is no workflow at all in your Virsa. But in your 5.3, 5 in GRC onwards, we have a workflow available. We can define a workflow to get approval for the firefight ready.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to wind up the session for today. Again, as you know already, I need to go to marriage. So just don't want to skip these sessions. That's the reason I just took the class today also. And we'll wind up the session for today if there are no questions, and we'll jump into GRC 5.3 tomorrow. So I'll just give you overview again, like all the components once, and then we'll jump into 10.0. Okay. So I'm just covering Virsa, 3 components only we have. I covered CC and FF. Maybe if you want to see, we can see once this role expert, but that is useless tool. No one is using at all. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, I'm planning to take the class for sure. If I do not have time or if I cannot take, I'll definitely inform you by today evening itself through an email for everyone. Okay. So fine then. See you tomorrow with remaining stuff. Bye everybody and happy Independence Day once again and enjoy your day.